Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to a brand new episode of the Grand Crusade. Last time we left off, the entire party had gotten into a crazy space battle, things got destroyed, and the Zupon was able to successfully take over a Besgor dreadnought and chase off the punitive expedition that had been sent to silence and squash the existence of this rebellion and raid on the frontier of Besgor space. Everybody feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Malmbjorn Gunnarsson.
I am Father Mihaly Pop.
Boyo Folkard.
I am Matei of Argamum.
And I'm Fausto Terzo de Syracuse.
Fergie, introduce yourself.
Oh,
Somebody evidently threw him out a window. Okay.
Defenestrated.
It's just
I
hearing
didn't know
the
he
wind.
was in Prague.
Fergie, introduce yourself.
Oh, hello. I am Fergie.
That's good. Fergie and McLaughlin O'Bara. Alright.
I will not be doing the accent.
Oh, come on! Your Fergie accent is great!
Yeah, but doing an Irish accent is cringe.
I thought that's the whole point of the character.
The whole point of the character, yeah.
To be outrageously Irish?
Yes! Yeah. Everybody relies on that. Come on.
Oh, be Jesus.
Oh,
You're relying on those old stereotypes here.
Alright. Alright. So, the day is January 1190, as far as you know. It has been nearly a month since your arrival back on Jenterzi on Christmas Day, 1189. The Besgor punitive...
But when's the next feast day?
Well, there was a lot of feasting. It has been nearly a month. The Besgor punitive fleet was crushed by your arrival, and the Zupon's subsequent capture of their flagship, the 100-mile-long Besgor dreadnought, newly christened now the Sword of Rome. After the battle, the damage was severe, with several hundred humans dead from either direct combat or the resultant crash landings from space, but the glory from victory has far outstripped the tragedy it brought. Even so, the recovery period has been immense. The captives need to be processed, the ships repaired, injuries healed, foreign converts settled, new soldiers trained, fields sown, community hubs founded, sheep sheared, new armor smithed, and so much more. And the chatter, the endless, constant, shrewd politicking amongst the entirety of the planet is incessant. All about, there are questions of the necessity in administration and clerical responsibility. The battle took the two highest women clergy and left the women of this crusading force with a matriarch, quote-unquote, of only 25 short years. It has come to the attention of literally all remaining clergymen that there is not even a metropolitan for the entire planet, and it is entirely inappropriate for a mere Malki Bolyar to rule over stretches of land that eclipse any empire in known human history. And there are no patriarchs to raise anyone. And so, at the insistence of the Zupon, all of the clergy on Jenterzi have been locked into a chamber until they are able to produce some sort of solution, at least on the short term, for this administrative and clerical nightmare. Though an impromptu conclave has been put together for them, it is still an unusual and awkward affair that involves much summoning of various converts, servants, guards, attendants, and theological experts, including but not limited to the glorious but politically temperate senior archimandrite Kurvavo Pirshestov, or Pirshestvo.
I'm sure.
Huh? Well, he's a respectable bipartisan. He would be what we would call in this modern day a respectable bipartisan.
If he's got the title Archimandrite, he's got to be a man of God. That's all I care about.
We're talking about the highest senior most religious officials in the Crusaders. The current Archimandrite, after him, is also the current Archimandrite of the Crusade, Christophoros Pop, and the young but enterprising foreign Archimandrite who had been in Argamum upon the arrival of the aliens, Zamayan Mladost. All of you have gathered, as it requires the attention of all to make sure that such matters are taken care of properly. Even though the process is an entirely theological one, everyone knows that it will lead to great advancements in the political and administrative status quo, potentially leading to an expansion of the various titles that have been handed out. This means that there is no shortage of political jockeying to do and opportunities to be had. So currently, you are all in a basically what amounts to a giant, like, cavernous ballroom-ish thing.
All right.
Most over half of the people there are official clergymen. Everybody else are kind of like guests or guards or servants or attendants or what have you. There's a lot of Besgorics floating about the area because as Mihaly Pop has, of course, spearheaded the conversion movement alongside Christophoros. There are even a couple of Heberds and a couple of Monothrena who are there strictly as observers.
Any Pierre?
There are no Pierre right now. They are all currently in Boyo's district. We're going to call it a district. It's the size of Greenland plus Costa Rica, but we'll call it a district. They are currently on the major trading hub, building up their embassy in the trade district that Boyo owns.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't really care about theological matters anyway.
well, yeah, sure.
Long as the money flows. So yeah, there are plenty of opportunities. You should be able to expect all of the small names as being here, like all of the small names that you see. Fergie, why are you in the small names? You should be in the big names. You're one of the big names. What are you doing there? So
Playing with the big boys now.
Playing with big boys now, Fergie. Yeah, so we'll even have like Adelina and Boris of Argamum there. So, Mihaly, this is actually very important for you. If all goes as you can suspect on this, somebody will probably at some point at least be named Metropolitan for a short-term thing. And, well, your
What
cousin...
does that mean?
Like an archbishop. Or the highest... Or the... No, sorry. It's like the middle level of bishop in the Orthodox Church.
Okay.
It'd be, yeah.
Yeah.
A metropolitan is an autocephalous bishop.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, me
He's
neither.
almost like an archbishop, if you think about it. Yeah.
A metropolitan would be, I guess the equivalent would be like the personal bishop of a king,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It would be,
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the head of a church in a kingdom.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, like...
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Whereas the patriarch is a step above and is more like the head of the regional church, and not
And
just for the kingdom, but for like
in the Orthodox Church tradition, and in the Orthodox Church tradition, the 5 patriarchs basically come together to be like a pope of their own as a council.
Though the patriarch of Constantinople has like special favor,
Right?
Kinda like
Yes, of course.
in Western Catholicism, the Bishop of Rome is the Pope. So right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, long story short, there's a lot of politicking here. This is absolutely the time, regardless of what your belief is, to step in, reach out, ask some questions about the nobles and priests and so on in mind and at hand, and hypothetically jockey for some good stuff. When you're back on Jenterzi, it's time to be selfish. Is what we're gonna tell you. Yeah, when you're back on Jenterzi, it's time to be selfish. Yeah.
Get savvy with the politicking.
Stop caring about each other as a group. Start doing what you think you might want to do for yourselves right now. So, for example, as we were saying, Mihaly, your cousin is the Archimandrite, and anybody could see why you might want your cousin to become the Metropolitan.
So hold on. So he's not the Metropolitan. He's just the Archimandrite. So I understand that
highest-ranking clergy member in the entire planet are 3 Archimandrites.
Okay, but
which isn't even a bishop.
Okay, but it sounds like a Metropolitan is like above that.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay. So, sorry.
Sure, because it was that.
We thought that the block text put it out. We'll explain this a little deeper. Okay. So back in the day, you can't become a king unless you have the okay of the church, right?
Yeah.
And so, for example, the Pope himself crowned the first emperor of the Holy Roman Empire.
Charlemagne.
Right.
Exactly. So it's not appropriate for the Zupon, who is a lesser noble. He's basically a baron, which is like... Oh, how would we define what a barony is, Fergie?
A barony? The lowest level of nobility, essentially
several baronies.
Hereditary... Gone.
Several baronies go into a county. Let's just put it at that, you know? A baron might be the mayor of a city.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, like
baron might also just have like a tower in the countryside.
And a big stretch of land, yeah.
But at other times in history, a baron might control a huge stretch of land. It gets weird.
It gets really weird. So at this point, it's not really appropriate in the eyes of anybody, but especially not the church, for what amounts to a simple baron, a lower noble, to own entire planets, own and administrate. This is also an administrative problem. It's not appropriate for a man of such low station to...
The feudal system demands that he be able to subdivide his conquests into lower titles, and to do that, he has to have a higher title than those lower titles he's handing out.
All he can do right now is make petty lords, which is what he has ostensibly made everybody who has received land from him. But of course, that's not really very official. That's all a very interim process here. So in order to raise somebody to a station high enough that they can hand out and raise other people high enough requires clerical agreement. That would have to be done by at least a metropolitan.
Basically, the problem you guys have is that there's nobody high enough rank to make him king.
There's nobody in the church high enough to crown him.
Interesting.
Now you said
Crown would definitely create a problem, which would definitely create a problem with the small folk, the peasants,
They don't like that.
who absolutely love and require, the assent of the church and their rulers.
As Mihaly would be very aware of in this case.
Oh, interesting. This is going to be a very difficult episode then, because I have no fucking clue what to do in this sort of situation.
Well, but remember, as we were saying, even if you don't care about theological matters, this isn't just a theological matter.
I understand the importance behind it. I'm saying me as a player doesn't know what to fucking do.
Which is why you care.
Interplay of theological and civil matters.
Yeah, which is why we said, this is where you can ask about people who are going around. You can go around, you can try to plant the seed for your own stuff.
You've got to remember, for these people at this time period, there's no difference between secular rule and theological. There just isn't. Without
church and state are the same thing.
Church and state are not necessarily the same thing, Shy, but they are so intrinsically linked that they can't function independently of each other.
Divine right and such.
But people,
the concept hasn't exactly been codified yet. Exactly.
Okay,
but
now,
yeah,
so now I have a... Sorry.
Hold on. We got too many people talking over each other, please. Could you, one at a time.
The people can't be confident in a man leading them who does not have the approval of some higher power above their understanding.
Basically, they need assurances.
Yeah. Well, don't we all at times?
Anyways, I was about to say it sounds like there's not already a metropolitan at this point.
That is correct.
There is not. The highest ranking members of the church that came up into space, I believe Shai said, were basically three abbots.
Archimandrites, who are the...
Archimandrite is a courtesy title, but it does place them above just an abbot. Fair enough.
It's an abbot of abbots, is what it is.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So the three Archimandrites that are... And remember, the only people who can become metropolitans are these three Archimandrites. So this is kind of like
it's not that the only people who can become, it's that customarily they are chosen
who will become. Yeah.
Yeah, you just like how technically any Catholic can become the Pope, but they only choose from amongst the cardinals.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. So the three options here that we mentioned in the block text are the glorious but politically temperate senior Archimandrite, Curvavo Pirchestvo, who was the last Archimandrite before Christophoros, but then Christophoros became the Archimandrite, and Curvavo Pirchestvo is kind of in a sort of behind and to the side type situation to him on most of the time. Then there's Christophoros.
It like he's a retired? He was the former holder of.
He was the former holder of the same position as Christophoros currently has.
Okay.
But when you retire from those things, you don't lose your.
You're still an Archimandrite.
Yeah. So he's the senior Archimandrite, Curvavo Pirchestvo. Then the current Archimandrite of Argamum, Christophoros Pop, and its surrounding area. And then there is a foreign Archimandrite who had been in Argamum upon the arrival of the aliens and who kind of got dragged along, Zamayan Mladost.
Oh, he sounds like Block or something.
Something like that, You'll have to ask about him if you want to know. All of them have their own opinions, obviously, and that will, of course, affect the political future of the colony.
Now, obviously, I might be leaning towards my own cousin,
Christophoros.
How do you say this? Christophoros Pop, as like my guy to be the Metropolitan.
I guess as it pays to have family in the higher places.
All right. Well, I am going to approach what I assume you said was Blados, as in Bravo.
Bladost? Mladost?
I'm saying?
M as in Mercury. Yep. Lao or Ladost. Mladost.
Can you put their names in the chat, Shay?
I can.
I see them.
I'm actually typing
a bunch.
Yeah, I'm trying to take notes.
No problem.
On who's
we
what.
Got you.
So I'm going to approach.
This can be quite intense. Good thing you haven't had a Polish character show up yet.
Oh.
Scary shit. That
question. Where do I go to see the block text?
No,
it's in general.
We just put the general. These are your choices right there.
Good.
You can ask about them. We will gladly tell you. You don't even have to make a roll.
All right, I'm going. Well, I guess I'm going to approach Mladost and introduce myself.
Mladost.
I'm gonna just openly say I will vote for whoever bribes me the most.
Wow!
All right.
Bernie, way to go!
We appreciate your honesty.
Whatever, it's not a fucking democracy.
Well,
He's right.
I mean, he is right, yeah.
You're not wrong. But I'm still trying to figure out who I like the most first, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized I've been muted this whole time.
I like.
Oh, geez, are you okay?
I like whoever's the most generous.
That is a key factor, indeed.
Wait, everybody shush for a second.
It's a virtue.
Everybody shush for a second. Boy, are you okay? You were muted the entire time?
I was muted the whole time. I have no idea what's going on.
Oh.
Would you like us to reread the block text?
No.
And just post the entire block text for perusal.
Either post it or give me the TLDR.
We are trying to figure out who will be elected the next metropolitan.
Yeah, there's
Well,
this is not something you want the TLDR on.
no. That's easy. It doesn't matter.
What? No, that's what Fergie thinks. It doesn't matter. So just vote for whoever's going to give you the best.
You misunderstand.
Favors.
So,
My
who's
character
the
has
most
more money
friendly
than
to
God. It doesn't matter.
that's
Unless
the
they
point.
start, taxing you, then you will.
No, I can just
Tied to the
buy
church.
the tax office.
Boyo pays his taxes like he's a highly successful large merchant lord. He would pay a lot of taxes on his roots. But of course, taxes back then are not what we think of as taxes now. Like at all. Like they're not even remotely similar. And besides, Boyo's not a smuggler, so he does pay taxes.
I pay lots of
He
taxes.
pays a lot of taxes.
No illegal business here, sirs. Nothing to see
I
here.
mean, at this time
probably
period, taxes
plenty
are
of illegal
functionally
business.
just
It's just the
legal fictions designed for the sovereign to fund their own personal purse.
Sure. And Boyo happens to be in that industry.
yeah.
So it's fine.
Funding the purse is my job.
It's literally why he's here in this campaign, actually. So, actually, this perfectly fits his backstory. Yeah, so long story short, there's an ecumenical council to find out who will become the next metropolitan, or the highest clergy member on the planet, so that they can hypothetically lift up the Zupon to a higher order, because feudalism demands that he be of a higher station to have as much land as he has. And to control the amount of people that he does. And so
Wait, are you saying he's way over his domain limit?
he is way over his domain limit, and he is way over his vassal limit right now.
Well, making more vassals wouldn't help with that, but subdividing them out to higher ranking sub-vassals, that would solve.
Yeah, he just needs to up his rank, and only
He needs some duchy and kingdom viceroyalty.
And
is what you're saying.
only an appropriately ranked member of the clergy can name him that for the support of the common people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
it's an entirely political affair. We promise you. And Boyo, what we were saying earlier is that this is the perfect opportunity for everybody to be individually selfish and go after their own personal, political, and administrative agendas. You may or may not be directly or indirectly controlling the political future of the crusading group by figuring out which of these three archimandrites you're going to choose and getting relationships with them or what have you.
Well, I'm going to approach Mladost. I'm going to introduce myself, and I want to discuss with him his personal opinions on the current situation. What he believes. I want to ask what is his personal beliefs on how we should be handling things, and what he believes is going on. Just what his personal beliefs are.
Zamayan Mladost, is fairly young for an Archimandrite. He's younger than Christophoros Pop. He's only 30.
What an up-and-comer.
Yeah, no, he's only 30. One moment.
And I will say, while Malmbjorn does that, I will be speaking with
is Matei snoring?
What?
Matei is snoring like an asshole.
Matei, come on, dude.
Oh, I
We are
thought I knew I
almost
was
certain
certain
he is doing that as a joke. So
I don't think he is.
is he? Is he
Oh my
not?
Matei, dude.
Matei!
Please tell us you're joking.
Doesn't matter. We're moving. Doesn't matter. We're moving on.
Get the air horn. Get the air horn.
I think
He's asleep on the ship.
we should have expected this in a political episode.
I'll hang out with that one.
I think you have to add. I think you have to add narcoleptic to his character sheet.
Oh my god.
Matei, wake up.
Announcing the election.
Okay. So.
Yeah, he's just asleep in the corner. He's not interested in voting.
Zamayan Mladost is a younger. He's only about 30, 31 years old. And his specific thing is he is a highly conservative. As we said, he will tell you anything about him. You don't even have to roll. He's largely known for being very conservative. He wants to go to the old tried and true methods of the Orthodox Church as it was upheld in Constantinople. He wants everything to be quite draconian, but he is also all about upholding family values and various different supports for the common folk. He really, really, really likes the idea of training the children boys to just be crusaders as soon as they get old enough to go on to campaign, given the small population that we have here. And what the fuck is blooping? Oh, okay. All right. No. We know what's blooping. It's fine. We know what's blooping. All right. Sorry. That was supposed to happen. We called for that. His whole entire thing is that he also, other than that, he fucking hates aliens. Not just the Besgor. He doesn't think
he can't be half bad.
Huh?
Then
say again.
He can't be all bad.
Well, he doesn't just hate the Besgorics. He doesn't just hate the Besgorics. He hates the Hebrides. He doesn't believe that the Hebrides should be here as things. He doesn't believe that any alien should be allowed to convert to Orthodox Christianity because he believes that they do not have souls.
Are you implying that he's wrong?
That's just his opinion. We're not implying anything.
Okay.
That's his position of the church and its future.
Okay. And you were just talking about... God, how the hell do you say this?
Przesto?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like super racist against aliens, and he's like, I guess he would be the most like anyone else from this time period.
The church is for humans.
Right.
Only humans have souls. The church is for humans.
Wait, hold on. I thought we were talking about Mladost.
This is Mladost's opinion. That's Mladost's position.
Basically, the distillation of his theory as it opposes to orthodoxy at this time is that only humans have souls. None of these wacky space aliens have. Don't bother converting them. Just kill them for something.
I must ask a good question for me and the Irishman. What are his thoughts on Catholics?
Well, hold up, gentlemen. Can I get my first thing out of the way?
Of course, we got a line. Yeah, Malbjorn first, my second.
All right, so I asked about Mladost, and then you said we were talking about Persheshko. Who are we talking about?
Well, you were saying you didn't know the guy's name, and then we were asking, are you talking about Pershevsto?
No, yeah. I'm talking about...
Okay, you're talking about Mladost. Yes, we were talking about Mladost here, yeah.
Okay.
GLaDOS is human supremacist.
Okay, that's what. Okay, and if then who was we haven't talked about anybody else then yet, correct?
Well,
We have not talked about anybody else yet. Yes.
I suppose.
All right. So last to talk about would be Christopher's Pop.
Well, the next to talk about.
Well, yes.
Yeah. 2 seconds. We're writing down the brief summary.
Yeah, can we get this distilled into some like bullet points for each of them?
We are doing that right now. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, this is sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, you were next. I'm done with my question, so whoever was next.
Yeah, so obviously Malmbjorn is going to go off and talk to Mlados. I guess that's how you say it.
Yes.
Naturally, I will be going off and speaking with my cousin, Christopher's Pop, and asking and getting his thoughts on the matter.
2 seconds, we'll get to that in just a moment.
And then I guess whoever wants to can talk to this... You got to say that for me again. Per whatever? Yeah.
Kurvavo Pershevstvo.
Yeah, whoever wants to talk to that guy.
Again, you don't even have to talk to them. We can just tell you what they're about.
I was eventually going to go to one by one to get their information, but we can because
fun fact actually, Christopher's Pop is the first. The second entry in the small names. You can learn all about him in the small names. It's actually the second entry there. Going up, you can find him. So he's explicitly an athletic man. He is big on delegation. He likes kids and the common people. He gets along really well with people. He's a fan of wrestling and going to festivals and like just acting like a normal dude. Loves jokes, loves laughs. A good advisor directly to the Zupan.
Well, he's got my vote.
Of course he has your vote. He's your fucking cousin.
I'm totally not biased, by the way.
Nepotism at its finest. It's not illegal.
I mean,
not like you're...
Him being your cousin doesn't mean he won't be a threat to you in the future. I mean, the current Byzantine emperor at this time rose to power by deposing and blinding his younger brother.
I don't think we'll have to worry about the Byzantines because we're never getting back to Earth.
Well, yes,
we don't know that yet.
The Byzantine emperor is still kind of your emperor.
No, independence for the last 4 years.
The Pope will give his tribute to the Byzantines.
Alright. So, I guess basically right now we're just figuring out who we all want to be the Metropolitan.
So going back to our senior Archimandrite Kurvavo Birshevstvo, he is, as we were saying earlier, what we would define as a respectable bipartisan. He understands the necessities of each one. He likes being a traditionalist. He's very family oriented. He doesn't want to kill all aliens.
Okay. Sorry. I'm muting Matei. His dog is barking.
That's reasonable.
Anyways, you were saying?
He's not human supremacy only. He believes that aliens should be allowed to join the faith, but oh my god, he's like a million. By the way, he's 108 years old. And his only desire before he dies is to see the Besgor homeworld in flames.
Huh.
It's the only thing he wants. Oh God, please let him become the Metropolitan.
Anti-alien guy?
This is the not anti-alien guy. This is the respectable bipartisan.
He's only partly.
So, are you saying the respectable bipartisan wants to see the alien homeworld?
Guys, are
only one alien.
Do you not know the Holden
right?
Blood Feast meme?
Hilarious, right?
Do you not know the Holden Blood Feast meme?
No, I gotcha. Respectable bipartisan.
Bipartisan, yeah.
I don't understand what's going on.
We're so gonna fucking put this in dank memes. This is $118 years old.
Okay.
Please just let us do nothing else matters. I'll do anything, please. I just want to see the burning flesh one last time. Respectable bipartisan. The blood feast.
Yeah, well, honestly, he might just croak before he gets the chance to see that.
No, he promises he will stay alive. He will do everything.
It sounds like this guy is being fueled entirely by hate. He can't die until his mission is accomplished.
He has to see Besgor Prime. He has to see the Besgor homeworld completely engulfed in fire. He's running on this.
So, being bipartisan, can we assume he's okay with Catholics?
He is. He is. As a matter of fact,
to accept whatever it takes to get
they are not heretics. They are not heretics according to official canon, and he's okay with the Catholics.
All right.
What about my cousin, I wonder?
In fact, now more than ever, he must insist to anybody who will listen: the Catholics and the Orthodox need to put their hatred of each other, their differences aside, along with all of the other aliens out there, so that we can just nuke the ever-loving fuck out of the Besgor's homeworld. Oh God, please!
I don't want to alarm any of you, but Fergie is a...
Yeah, Catholics are great. Catholics are great. Catholics are totally fine. We need to join together with our fellow brethren in Christianity to absolutely fucking nuke the ever-loving shit out of the Besgor homeworld. That is Pirshev's personal position.
So far, Fausto is getting pretty optimistic about this fellow.
this guy, I don't know.
I think you're overestimating.
Kind of familiar to.
You might be underestimating just how many people agree with Holden Blood Feast.
So fun fact, we actually went into a Bulgarian translator
to figure out.
We went into a Bulgarian translator and just typed in Blood Feast, and that's actually his name in Bulgarian. This guy's name is just Blood Feast in Bulgarian. Yeah.
In an attempt to get back on track, so I'm going to now approach. Oh, what was the name?
I
Christophoros.
thought you were going to talk Tim Lados.
I already did. I'm just going one.
Okay.
So technically, I'm just going one by one.
Okay.
And Pop will just be my last. And as I approach Christophoros. Okay, I'm gonna.
We have no idea why this is so difficult.
Christopher.
I'm gonna approach. Based on his small name's information, I'm gonna approach Christophoros and just stand in front of him and start posing muscly, just flexing my muscles next to him, silently.
Okay.
And in a silent conversation, try to pique his manly.
Are you trying to seduce him?
I'm sorry.
Trying to pull a Full Metal Alchemist meme, because apparently he's just another muscly man.
Just two muscly bros, doing what they do.
Yeah. And in our silent conversation of flexing, extend a hand in mutual kinsmanship.
And meanwhile,
take your hand. Yeah.
And meanwhile, I've been
He's all
conversing.
about that.
And meanwhile, I've been conversing with my cousin, and I'm watching you do this. I'm like, and I wonder, Malbjorn, what exactly are you doing?
Yes,
I'm waiting for the other guy to respond. Is he doing anything?
Yeah, we said when you extend a hand, he'll laugh and take your hand.
He didn't respond.
Malbjorn, it's always a pleasure to see you show off. He'll say.
And I'd watch out. These Eastern Orthodox priests love oil wrestling.
He says, Malmbjorn, as always, it's always a pleasure to see you show off. And he laughs and shakes your hand.
Good to see you again.
The Predator meme.
Yeah. We're gonna dial in inside because my manly muscles weren't acknowledged. So based off of what we've been given so far, I think I will also side with Christophoros.
That's 2 votes. That's 2 votes for my cousin.
So we must ask again.
Remember, this isn't a democracy like you think.
Well, I know, but
y'all
what I mean.
aren't
votes,
voting.
quote,
You're
unquote.
politically jockeying and trying to find people who will serve you if they come to power.
Right.
And then you're trying,
quote unquote.
Right.
Well, we mean, yes, of course, with Father Mihaly, it's readily apparent who you're supporting and why. And you actually do get a vote in this because you're a clergyman.
Right.
The rest of us are just eyeball shopping.
A lot of you are specifically assigned there as guards, like to keep them from leaving.
I think am I one of them?
I mean, I probably
yes,
am.
absolutely. You're absolutely.
That was rhetorical. I know I would be because I'm guard to the Zupon and everything.
Your Varangians are like all over the place. They must be.
Yeah.
Probably most of them actually outside of the chamber, but that's because they're guarding the chamber itself while you're inside, and your best guys are inside. Yeah.
My reason, at least, for siding with Christophoros would be one,
Nepotism?
Well, no, because I have no relation to him. But
Muscultism.
One would be that Maldos is. I mean, oh crap! Well, I've been kind of intolerant myself, but I still don't want to genocide everything.
All the aliens.
Yeah. And
aliens.
Whoa. He's not saying anything about genocide, just burning their home. They've got other ones,
that was
right?
That was the other guy.
What's his name?
Maldos is
GLaDOS, yeah.
MLaDOS is a supremacist. And the other guy who just wants to see the Besgors die, well, we're not really hoping for him. We're hoping for the guy behind him because he's going to die sometime, like tomorrow. He's too damn old.
Yeah.
We mean, he's fueled by hate. He's fueled by hate. He'll outlive you all.
Yeah.
The Besgor.
He's going to do some dirt science.
Now, I really should just ask about what are their thoughts on Catholics for all of the options.
It's probably about what you would think. MLaDOS does not like Catholics, but he will acknowledge that they're not heretics. We just actually wrote in the general that the senior archimandrite Krvavo Pershestvo believes that actually this entire thing could mend the Catholic Orthodox schism if we just work together to nuke the entire Besgor homeworld. It could mend it. All of the problems of the church could just be solved if we just please nuke the entirety, just glass the entire planet together.
I mean, they are kind of an existential threat to humanity.
It would make all of the problems of the church in former years mean so little if they could just glass an entire planet together.
Yeah, we don't need someone with a one-track mind like that.
It's all he wants, please!
To be fair, he is my second choice.
Except for the Besgorics, he's very tolerant of other aliens.
He's a respectable bipartisan.
Respectable and tolerant of Catholics. He's tolerant of everything except for that one, the fucking Besgorics. You see, he just funneled all of his hatred to this one thing.
Okay, so we have our options. I already know who I want. Who he wants.
We'll be right there.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, everybody else? Except Matei, who's fast asleep.
And Boyle says he does. And Boyle,
oh my god! Wait, no, his thingy happened. Matei, are you there?
I said not always.
Oh my god! He lives.
Is he awake? I just unmuted
Yeah,
him.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
live.
Okay, Matei, are you aware of what's going on at all?
I've picked up a little, yeah.
Okay.
Holding Bloodface really does seem very bipartisan, I gotta say, guys. Like, he doesn't hate the aliens, just the Besgor, but everyone hates the Besgor, so really he's just a man of his times, right?
He's a man of the day, yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards him.
Yeah. Now, Matei, you want Christopher's Pop to be the Metropolitan, right? Right?
I don't know. Pirishvo is talking some mighty good policy.
I agree.
That's their homeworld, and he's going to make them pay for it.
Anti-Besgorics, tolerant of everyone else, including Catholics.
No, he's hopeful for the Catholics. Christophoros, by the way, is like a traditional progressive. He's totally good with the women fighting. For example, Mlados does not like women fighting under any circumstances. They're not supposed to do that. But
I'm sorry,
of course,
who's fine with women fighting?
It was literally one of the first agreements that they made that they would teach the women how to use rifles, laser rifles, for their self-defense.
Jesus!
Because of the extremely small numbers of humans.
Protect the women, and the women need to protect themselves too.
Yeah, the women and children have been taught.
Protect the women and children by putting them into battle?
No, they're not putting them into battle.
It's more like self-defense.
The women and children are not
teaching
fighting.
them how to fight is one thing, but letting women fight in battle is another.
No, they're not. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. That's not what we're talking about.
It's a bit too progressive.
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's a bit too progressive for Fergie.
Yeah, no, that's not what's happening. Although we can't stress enough that the nunnery has been getting increasingly more militant as time goes on, as you can see in the big names under Hegemenia Verita of Argamum, the young abbess. She is the convent's upper ranks since the arrival of the aliens have been getting seemingly more and more combative and more interested in actually taking part in battle instead of just being taught how to defend themselves.
See, it's a slippery slope, guys. It's a slippery slope.
I'm gonna go think he wants to take out the best score. I'm not even gonna try.
He's respectable Bipartisan, but Matei, really, you should be asking, what can he do for you?
This
is the Besgorics for
Matei. We have said this several times, and we really cannot
this
stress it enough.
Democracy. You can ask for bribes. You can let them bribe you to get onto their side, and then just betray them and vote for Cristoforo anyway, which is what I was going to
do. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, so Matei, we can't stress enough. This was covered in the blog text. We've said this a few times. So just as a quick update for you. While you, Matei, are not part of the clergy and have no personal vested interest in their actual workings, it is apparent to literally anybody with a head on their shoulders that this is just as political and administrative as it is theological. It is up to you to decide who you want in power over the average common person, over your people in the future.
I just want to point out that
to meet your agenda.
Pireshville is a great bipartisan choice because of how old he is. He's likely to die, and so we can get another metropolitan in just a couple years anyway.
And he held down the role of Archimandrite before Christophoros for over 40 years.
Which means he's got a lot of experience in administrative duties and potentially dealing with like church politicking, right?
Very much, yes, absolutely.
So,
reading what you guys wrote in here, and I had heard some of the conversation that was going on earlier.
And of course, you can see
Until you fall
Christophoros's.
asleep.
And of course, you can see Christophoros's brief description in the small names, the second post in the small names. So you can see what he's about too. There, he's the progressive guy here.
Mladost is the conservative. Absolute psycho, though.
Mladost is the conservative, and obviously, Bloodfeast here is the respectable bipartisan.
Well, yeah, no, he's not a psychopath. The guy who wants to kill all aliens. Right?
I'm not with that guy.
That one was Mladost wants to kill all aliens. Krushestvo is the bipartisan. I'm just gonna call him Bloodfeast. Bloodfeast is bipartisan in all regards, except for his opinion of the Besgor.
Well, I gotta say, he runs a strong campaign, and he's probably he does make a very compelling case, even against what the other one's an actual player character, right? Sorry,
he's a small name, so he's a player character's direct link.
I gotcha.
Because every player has a satellite character or characters, and Christophoros is Mihali's satellite character.
Yeah, he's my cousin.
He's Mihali's cousin. Yeah.
I'm personally inclined to Bloodfeast.
Yeah, and I was trying to get a word in, waiting for y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
If y'all are done, I'm also finally going to be, after I'm done speaking with Christophoros. Christophoros, Jesus, I'm gonna have a stroke. I'm gonna approach the last guy, Proshestov. Bloodfeast. I'm going to approach I'm going to speak with him and non-socialantly bring up the strength of the Vengarian warriors and, how much more, how much stronger we could get, just with more alien technology and funding.
Vengarian?
Yeah, that's what I said, didn't I?
Varangian, I think.
Who are those?
Varangian.
Oh, Varangian.
A bit of word salad, I think.
Yeah,
He's fried his brain.
To peak his, warriors are great at killing things, so hopefully try to pique his interest in backing us in achieving his Besgorix goals.
Talk him out of complete annihilation of the Besgorix and using their technology for our own goals in destroying the Besgor Empire.
Yeah. So, so I'm gonna talk to him and try to, just bring up our strength and prowess, and hopefully get him to bite, and hopefully I think I'm gonna change my side to Bloodfeast.
Really?
I mean, none of our votes matter. Only Father Mihaly gets to vote.
Well, but again, that's your opinions matter.
But your opinion can sway the actual voting members. Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
So ours matter, but not as
So you need to be convinced.
Basically, it's like you're publicly endorsing this person, and if enough people publicly endorse them, the ones who actually get a vote, which are just the clergy members, might go, you know what? If all the new landowners, are voting for this guy, I'm going to stay on their good side and vote for this guy anyway.
Well, because all of you have come across, once again, a Greenland's worth of prime territory, plus a Costa Rica on the side. But
is it a metric Greenland or an imperial Greenland?
An imperial Greenland, obviously. This is the fucking Byzantines. You all have land now. You can say, if such and such becomes the metropolitan, I'm gonna be putting up a church in his name in my land or what have you. That changes clout. That encourages people to do stuff. You all have, you all know what kind of land you have and stuff.
Well, then I must walk up to Father Mihaly and ask him, Father, what has your cousin done for you? What will he do for you if you vote for him?
What have the paps ever done for us?
Ooh, that's a thing. Father Mihaly, what has your cousin done for you?
Out of character, what has he actually done for me?
I mean, his father adopted you when you became an orphan and raised you into the clergy, and then he and his father lifted you up into your position now, promising to be able to break some of the rules for you when it came time, because, that's just how we roll here in this family.
Okay, so here's what I say.
No, they've done a lot for you. Yeah, you're very close with your family.
Yeah, so, okay.
Apparently closer than his own flesh and blood son, because he joined the clergy while you were allowed to inherit.
What?
Okay.
No, you misunderstand. Both Father Mihaly and his cousin are clergy members, and his uncle, Christopher's father, is a clergy member. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. Right. Okay.
Because remember, it's orthodoxy. It's orthodoxy. They can totally just have wives and kids.
I get that. I do.
Yeah.
Mihaly, I must say, it sounds an awful lot to me like they have simply forged you into a hammer of their own use, a tool for their own betterment. As he stands above you, no?
Okay, I wanted to say stuff from my own perspective, but now you want to get ahead of me on that.
My apologies.
Okay, so let's start over. I'm in character mode. From the top. Fausto, Christopheros has done more for me than any man I know. Were it not for him, I would not be in the position that I am in right now. He helped rescue me from poverty. I owe him everything. The only being I owe more to is the Lord himself.
Indeed, our blood is very thick and thicker than water, but I must say, they have, it appears to us, used you as a hammer to lift themselves up, and they will as soon as you prove any threat to him, he will strike you down.
Your words are false, Fausto. I do not believe he would ever do that to me.
How know you this?
I know it. I know him far better than you do, at the very least.
That is true. I'm not terribly familiar with your cousin, no, but
then how can you say that he might betray me then?
It is simply a matter of how these things go.
I mean, you are
eye for an eye to lift yourself up. As with the emperors, no? Look at the Byzantines. His own brother. And what are you but a cousin?
He is being extremely Sicilian here, we gotta say. Very mercenary-like of the mercenary.
Yeah, being character, you know?
I trust Christopheros, just as I would trust the Lord himself.
Very well. If you must follow your heart, follow your heart. But I say the mind and the soul are very separate from the heart. And perhaps your cousin, Cristoforo, perhaps his is much darker than you expect.
It's Christopheros. Thank you very much.
Christopheros.
Christopheros, yeah.
I guess that ends that conversation.
Yeah, I'll walk off. Just with
Yeah.
that. I think that his mind and soul are much darker than you expect.
The actual Latinization of it would be Cristoforo.
Yeah.
Well, I am
would?
Sicilian,
Okay.
so Cristoforo.
Yeah, no, you would
Oh,
probably...
it'd be Christopher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be Cristoforo if he said it in a more Italian way.
Hey, I'm walking in.
Greek way.
But I would actually say it's Christophoros, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go then.
Yeah, that convo. So, follow your heart, even if it may be misguided.
A little bit of hot, spicy drama between the PCs there. That was fun.
In the while in the background, Boyo's just been doing, more different spicy
Gentle
politicking.
schmoozings.
Huh?
Gentle schmoozings.
Yeah.
As you do in his position.
Not sure how to turn that into more public things though.
Just, trying to sway the one clergyman amongst us.
I spent most of my time, I believe, off speaking with what's her name?
Verita.
See, your problem is you're trying to appeal to his logic, and as a man of God, you should be appealing to his faith.
I failed. Well, I am also a Catholic, so there's a bit of a gap there.
Well, meanwhile, Boyo has been off elsewhere appealing to somebody's wallet, and we imagine he's going to get a lot farther than you guys.
Oh, balls.
And
Hey, anybody need any mercenary services? Some protection?
Yeah, you can't go better
Fausto,
than
you're
the
no longer
Valangians.
mercenary.
Oh, dang it. I have some boys, perhaps.
You're no longer a mercenary. You're a sworn man now. You're a lord underneath the Zupan.
I'm Lord, yeah. I do answer to him, but I may have some boys that are not exactly sworn.
So yeah, Boyo, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, spent time chatting with Verita and realized that they need some economic help.
It has come
So-
to your attention.
It has come to my attention. So put in some words with the Zupan to sorry, the words are escaping me.
We were talking about it in the background. We believe the correct
Yeah.
wording you're talking is that you're announcing that you will be referring to the Zupan to allow a writ of market charter to the nunnery, wherever it shall
There
be
we
built.
go.
Which is big because Boyo is the only person who has had a market charter yet given to them, other than Fergie. Fergie's also had a market charter for his strategic location. So yeah, that's actually pretty important. Boyo is also the primary economic advisor to the Zupan, so when he says that he is going to talk to the Zupan about getting Verita a market charter, he's going to get Verita a market charter. That's what that means. Because basically he can just say to the Zupan, it's important to my business that she has a market that I can connect to.
And then it will pretty much happen.
If it's important to the economic advisor's business, it will happen. So this is actually perfect for what we were talking about, throwing your newfound political and economic weight around. You have land, you have things that you can do, you have oaths that you can make and promises that you can throw around flagrantly or not so flagrantly.
Well, that's what I was trying to say, what I was doing more or less with Blood Feast, trying to use my strength and manpower as
You're trying to leverage your martial might?
yeah, and against his martial goals, or to facilitate his martial goals.
Well, it sounds like it would help if you had nukes stop them.
Well, yeah, but we don't. So, well,
I don't see how dropping Varangians. I don't see how dropping Varangians on their planet helps him accomplish his goal of nuking the Besgor homeworld.
Honestly, Malmbjorn is his marshal, so if anybody has access to nukes, it would be Malmbjorn.
And I technically do. They're they're called giant pill bugs.
God.
Well, I don't remember the name, but the dropping a ship full of pill bugs onto their planet and then waiting a year or two.
So Senior Archimandrite Curvavo, as you're talking to him at some point,
what?
snaps out of his haze as you're talking about. You know, are you saying that you would encourage the Zupan to nuke the entire Besgor homeworld for me? Light is in his eyes. He's suddenly back awake, aware. He's there.
Well,
with the alertness and youth of a man half his age.
Well, we are both
the rippling.
One half his age, only 60 years old.
Only 60 years old.
Well, if it weren't for the Besgor, we wouldn't have these wonderful weapons to give back to them, would we?
Oh, how right you are, young man. Oh, I knew the Romans hadn't abandoned us. And you would offer your men to such a cause?
Indeed, I have no love for these Besgorics. They don't even taste good.
Thank you very much. Sorry, food just arrived at our door. We're all delighted to receive it. Okay,
Did you hear what I said last?
No, we did not. We had a knock on our door and food arrived there. We were very distracted.
I was saying, of course, I have no love for the Besgorics. They don't even taste good.
That young man Fausto, he has 240 riders. They've become quite good with the weapons of the enemy. Would he be behind you?
I am not sure. I would have to speak with him.
Please immediately. I may be old, but I have the mind of a younger man when it comes to matters of warfare. I know exactly what needs to be done, and I will gladly step down afterward, but I just want to see the Besgor homeworld in flames. I know it could bring us all together if we just did that. Little boys and girls could be dancing on the graves of the Besgor enemy. Together, in peace and happiness.
You got to remind me, out of character, Fausto, did you go over your part yet? I don't remember.
Huh? Which part?
Like, did you speak with one or give your backing towards any particular one? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I gave my back into a blood beast as well. But yes,
okay.
I would very much be behind this idea. Become
the other clergy think I'm growing weak with my age. The other clergy think I'm growing weak with my age, but with enough fighting men swearing to the cause, I could easily convince the rest of the clergy that at least for a short time, I could maintain once again my position.
Indeed, as long as we leave the women, folk, and children out of it, there's nothing we can't handle.
I only want to see them safe, purely self-defense, as we've maintained since arriving on this planet.
Well, that sounds amenable to me. And once we establish my stronghold in the mountains, it could be an even greater fortress
and why
of strength.
Not?
To begin
Besgor
training of any new warriors in the future.
And why not? The Besgor don't understand the idea of a good fortress. I've seen the bastions in the mountains of Anatolia. You'd be surprised at how only a few men can hold back entire armies in those things. In your lands, we'll be able to build great fortresses that can strike ships down from the heavens. Tow them in for use in our own causes. Yes, my boy, We'll show those damn centipedes what for.
And I have even greater news on that front then, for they also have... Sorry, but one second.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, they also have no knowledge of actual warfare tactics, so we will prevail no matter what.
Good, my boy, good.
Who does the Zupan back?
The Zupan doesn't care what choice anybody makes.
He's saying strictly out of it, neutral.
He just wants them to make a solution. Any
so that
solution.
He can get elevated.
And that well no, he doesn't
That's
care.
Probably a good
he doesn't
position
care.
for him to take.
He doesn't care where he gets elevated to or whatever. He doesn't care about the theological matters or even the administrative matters on the of propriety here. He just wants it. The clergy has been complaining about it for months now, and so he's decided
that's a win-win solution for him because either way he doesn't alienate whoever does win.
So he's just decided to shove everybody in a room and physically lock the doors under guard with servants and attendants tending to their every need until they make a decision. He doesn't care what the decision is, but you are not leaving that room until you've made...
Isn't that basically what Constantine did?
Yeah, kinda. It's a lot of times it's actually happened in the last 600 years from 1189 beforehand. Like it's happened a lot, and it's one of the few things that a temporal leader can do to spiritual leaders. He's not hurting you. He's making sure that you're well taken care of. But by gosh, by golly, he's holding you on his land until you make a decision.
What it is that the man with actual power is making sure that the people that think they have power make some decision so that the actual decisions can get made.
No, I get that.
Exactly. All the Zupan cares about is getting this diplomatic nonsense done so he can ready the fleets and go break the blockade at Northrend.
Yep. All right. I'm going to leave the rest of the conversation to you. I have to use the restroom. So just pretend I'm speaking with Bloodfeast for a bit.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, that's perfect because we're going to travel over to Christophoros's perspective because he's got... we suppose he's got Father Mihaly, and Verita nominally supports Christophoros. So Boyo, you're probably dealing with him also.
Who do the Besgor converts support?
The Besgor converts all support Christophoros because Christophoros' faction are the only side that supports Besgor converts.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah. There are actually a lot of Besgor converts flying around in the room, listening, taking part, and naturally they are, of course, on Christophoros' side. A huge reason that a lot of people are taking Christophoros' side in this one, out of all the clergy, a huge reason that he's a big guy. Besides being the incumbent, of course, there's always a bit of a benefit from that, is because he offers perspective into the Besgor culture, which might be able to help end the conflict. Because he has converts that are of the Besgor language and can therefore act as, go-betweens and the like.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are, of course, just straight up alien benefits to going with it, yeah.
Yeah, but we must also think of our soon-to-be allies that we will liberate within good time.
Well, and of course, Christophoros is the one that has, this is a little thing that we've kind of made up recently. Christophoros is the one that has basically said, if we find any enslaved populations under the Besgor, all we need to give them is guns and direction.
I feel like we could also convince Bloodfeast of that as well, because his end goal is the destruction of the Besgor.
Bloodfeast is amenable to this idea.
And did I hear earlier Bloodfeast kind of intimated
sorry, Boyo, actually, Fergie, what did you say? Fergie first, then Boyo, sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Did I hear Bloodfeast earlier intimated that he would step down once the homeworld is burned too?
If people honestly think he's too weak, that's fine. He understands he is ancient. He will
Oh
step
my
down.
god! Basically a one-term pledge from this guy. Okay.
Basically a one-term pledge from this guy. He just has to see the Besgor homeworld destroyed.
I mean, and he is.
We all
and he's
know.
certainly a man of faith, or he wouldn't be an Archimandrite to begin with, I suppose.
We all know. We all know that what's going to happen in this council is a short-term solution, regardless. So Bloodfeast has just decided to acknowledge that this is a short-term solution and offer himself up as the short-term solution. Yes.
This guy's a savvy political player.
He's very experienced. He does know what the people want. He does have personal agendas that align with the common people. He knows how to move the masses. He's done a lot of administrative work over time. He just wants to see the Besgor homeworld in flames.
And then he can peacefully pass at
yeah,
last.
that's all he wants before he dies. Yeah.
I love it.
I have a question about my character personally. On my land, did we grow poppies?
You can grow poppies. There are poppy seeds in the.
Very good.
Yeah, poppies are an available crop. You can have them. Yes.
In that case, I must eventually approach Boyo to Mikompa. Maybe discuss a possibility of a trade. Yes.
Well, Boyo right now is talking to Christophoros with Mihaly.
Eventually, I got to get to that.
Eventually.
After his discussion.
So Boyo has actually officially announced that he will be helping Verita get a market charter, which is actually much more useful for her running a convent than it is for the Archimandrite being like the head of a planet of people. She nominally at this point is her own de facto lord. So upon that, Verita wanders off and goes and starts talking to other clergy members, leaving you with Christophoros, and Christophoros will immediately turn to you and go, "By God, Boyo, I didn't know that you were such a fan of the faith. I'd known you to be pretty standoffish about the Lord." Boyo, are you there?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I got food slightly before you did.
Yeah.
Everybody's eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mother likes to hand out food at random. It's great.
Delightful. It's delightful, yeah.
Let me set that over there. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a slightly less condescending way to say it. Yeah.
Is Boyo having no love for the clergy generally?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Let's just put it this way. I can support it where it meets my needs.
Spoken like a true man of the coin. That's
and
fine.
at this point, this appears to be the most progressive way forward for our entire community.
What do you mean by that? Progressive. He narrows his eyes a little bit. Are we not moving toward the superior way, toward the stars as it is?
That's exactly what I mean. This appears to be the best way forward.
I agree. And I'm happy that you see it that way. I don't suppose I'll see you at Sunday Mass this Sunday, though?
It depends on what's on my calendar.
Of course. He smiles knowingly at you. You've never been at any of his masses before.
I've never been to one. Yeah.
He smiles knowingly at you. But thanks you all the same.
Big sus, big sus.
No,
I give him a look.
Wait, he's a Catholic?
Boyo's from a Catholic area. It's acceptable that he doesn't go to mass under an Orthodox priest.
I see.
Oh.
It would be inappropriate.
It would be inappropriate. Yeah.
Let's put it this way: I'm from a Catholic area, but I studied under Islamic teachers.
Islamic,
and that's why I'm here.
Saracens.
I know the culture. I speak their language.
Boyo is there because it was part of the crusading force, because he actually knows the culture of the Middle East, because he went and he studied in the House of Wisdom in Baghdad.
And I speak the languages, and I understand I understand a lot about their religion and their everything.
Boyo is the cultural aspect of the Zupan's plan to go into the Holy Land, whereas Matei is the physical aspect, as he is the head of the scouts and has actually been in the Holy Land multiple times on trade missions. So he actually knows the territory, whereas Boyo knows the people. So that was the plan.
Until the aliens showed up.
Until the aliens showed up. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, that's exactly what I was, when, somebody said something about, Blood Feast and his being, what was it? I forget what was said, but, I said that right up until he meets his goal, at which point we have no idea what he's going to want to do. Yeah, no idea if he's actually going to keep his promises or, anything.
Corvavo has always been an honest man, but he is
118 years old.
And very focused on certain things, without thinking about other things that may happen as a result of his focus. Right now, it is my belief as Archimandrite, says Christophoros, that we perhaps need to have a broader perspective with the addition of so many new people into the faith. You'll notice he says people instead of different species or what have you.
Blood Feast really does make a good compromise candidate. How long can he really live?
He's a respectable bipartisan.
Who just wants to...
This is actually the ironic part, is the guy is absolutely an awful genocider too, but he does seem to be a respectable bipartisan.
In all regards, except for Besgor. He's pretty similar to Christophoros, except he hates the fucking Besgor.
Yeah, but everyone hates the fucking Besgor. But ask your Besgor. Half of them will tell you they hate Besgor.
He's very much, in his own ways, socially, he is very much like Christophoros. Economically and politically, he's very much like Mladost. He thinks that Christophoros might go a little fast for the common people.
God. He's a libertarian.
Oh, he's a respectable bipartisan.
You're right. He runs as an independent.
Yeah, he runs as an independent. He sees the path that Christophoros wants to take them on, and he doesn't have any problems with it foundationally. He just thinks it's a little fast for the common folk. It'll confuse things, throw all sorts of chaos into the works, and maybe we just don't need that right now,
Oh, you poor fool, you young fool. Just give it a few decades, you'll come around to what I see.
No, kind of. He's kind of like that. He's like, oh, I see.
Back in my day, I used to be just like you, Christophoros. But you see, the world, it does not quite work like that.
Well, and it's also important to remember that he was Christophoros' predecessor. He directly handed the cloth off to Christophoros. So yeah, it's only reasonable that he shares a lot in common.
And he was competent in his tenure?
For 40 years, yeah, he was excellent in administrative affairs. He was always... it's just, of course, Christophoros is very much a younger, more progressive version of him. You know? Although Curvavo, unlike Christophoros, before he became a man of the cloth, was a Polish warlord, basically.
But Christophoros sounds like he's a little soft on Besgor crime.
Christophoros is a people person. He is very athletic, but he has never known combat, whereas Curvavo was a warlord before becoming a priest. He was actually a warrior of the steppe. So, he has his own ways about things. And then, of course, we have Mladost, who's the youngest Archimandrite of them all. He comes from the far side of Bulgaria, from Argamum, and he was kind of just visiting. And his basic thing is that, we need to go to the old ways. We need to go back to how it was, the pure human Christian faith, all for pure orthodoxy, etc.
Besgor aren't mentioned in the Bible, Hebbards aren't mentioned in the Bible, none of that kind of...
Animals have no souls.
The Bible is very clear that humans are the only ones that have souls. Yeah, exactly. This world was made for humanity. The
we were made in God's image,
God,
not them.
God's image, yeah, not them.
Christ came down as a man, not a dog.
So for example, Mladost won't call any alien people.
It's okay. They're all it or whatnot.
They're all it. They're all just them. He won't call them people under any circumstances. Whereas, of course, Christophoros goes out of his way to always call them people instead of just referring to them by a species name. And then meanwhile, Curvavo will be like, oh, and the Pierre say this, and the Monothreena say this, blah, blah, blah. He'll just refer to them.
Hebbard.
He'll just refer to, the Hebbards say such and such. He'll just refer to them directly by their names and leave absolutely no political inclination toward his statement to them.
He sounds like a kind of a dick.
Bloodfeast or Christophoros or...
Oh, no, Bloodfeast is a completely respectable bipartisan.
Yeah, it's the other guy, the Mladost.
The other guy sounds like kind of a dick. Christophoros just sounds like he's a little soft on Besgor immigration, so I don't know if I'd want to vote for him.
We'll call him Mladik instead of Mladost. Mladdy.
Yeah. So are any of you... Boyo's already thrown down, he's thrown his big, fat, giant economic dick on the table. Any of you want to, actually, Fausto and Malmbjorn have thrown their forces behind Bloodfeast, so it's kind of up to Fergie and Matei here. Do you want to throw your hats into the ring for any special things that you've got?
Oh, I mean, if they want to bribe me, I'll
right. No, Fergie, you said that you would throw your
I said that
support
very publicly.
Yeah, you said that you would throw your support behind whoever paid you the most, which means that you are nominally supporting Mladost here.
But I'll vote for Bloodfeast at the end anyway. I don't care.
But you'll vote for Bloodfeast at the end anyway, because you love that guy's policy.
I'll accept everyone's bribes, make no promises, and then vote for Bloodfeast.
Okay, well,
I was the mercenary.
All right, Matei, are you awake?
Yeah.
All right, do you have any give a fuck
Matei did sound like he was very pro Bloodfeast earlier.
Were you pro Bloodfeast?
Yeah, I'm pro Bloodfeast.
So you're offering then to put your your men, because you have men, you have people who follow you now. You're a bit of a hero. So you're offering to put your men behind Blood Feast.
Correct.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. All right. Well, we've kind of figured out who everybody supports here. It's looking like Blood Feast has a strong.
And while I make no open promises, I do want Blood Feast to know I do so. Ultimately,
just silently roll over behind. Oh, hey, Blood Feast. I hope you know I'm going for.
I
say I'm going for Ladost, but I want you to know you've got my support.
Exactly. You see what I've laid down.
Merely economical, you see.
It's
very economical.
Really economical. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god,
I made no promises to them, though. No.
I made no promises to them, but I want you to know. You've got my support when the time comes.
Alright,
we'll see that world burning yet.
So... One moment. We're just getting this up because, this is a thing. So, as everybody's milling about and things are kind of figuring themselves out and the conclave is starting to come to a conclusion and things, they all come together and they think, you know, there's so much urgency here. The clergy member are finally kind of coming, even the Catholics are kind of coming to the same conclusion, or that it's time for a vote for the short term, you know, who's going to be the probationary metropolitan, right? Now they come together. And all of the lots are brought in. We are going to. Okay, all of the lots are brought in. Things are taken care of. The jar comes around. Everybody, you know, watches and waits. And then, of course, everything is counted. The lots are counted, and it is yes, as a matter of fact, determined that Holden Bloodfeast is going to be your next metropolitan. And as he comes up and he's about to give a great grand speech to everybody, you see one Besgor clinging on the wall reach out with something ovoid in its weird tentacle hand.
Oh.
And it says in Greek, "Let my people go, so that they may go and worship our Lord God." And then he explodes in flame. And then another Besgorix stands up and says in Latin, the same thing. And then another in Hebard, and another in Besgor, and another in Italian. 14 Besgorix, each calling out, "Let my people go," light themselves aflame with incendiary grenades. Everybody roll a dexterity.
Oh, fuck.
3d6.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Where's my die?
I rolled 11.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
What I rolled, I can't read it.
Fergie?
Wait, hold on. Let me try something else.
Fasto rolled pretty bad there.
Yeah, I'm on fire. I might need to use some of my own crop there of the poppies. Tears of the poppy, get me some Aguavita.
Oh, Fergie's fine. He didn't get nuked at all.
Fausto, you know who's really fine?
Hmm.
What looks like the Zupan up there. Or whoever you rolled.
We rolled a 15.
You rolled a 3.
That's a 1D.
That was a 1d6.
That's a 1d6.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw the total, not the roll.
No, that was
like,
that
geez.
15. That 15 was Abbas Veritas' roll.
Oh no!
So she got but she is there. She as a character is there. She's very important to this. This is kind of like her introduction. So yeah, she got fucking blasted. So Fausto takes 7 burn damage and roll a health check.
3d6 again.
3d6.
Fuck.
What's your health like on your sheet? Your HT.
Navigating.
Uh-oh.
Health. Where's my health?
It should say HT.
HT.
Yeah, it's HT. It's one of your main stats.
Ah, darn, I should have just opened my sheet instead of relying on...
Yeah, that's what we told you
20.
to do, buddy.
No. Hang on.
Wait, y'all get sheets? Oh shit, I got a sheet.
You got a sheet, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't have one.
Yeah, I've got what I just got to open.
Yeah, Fergie's fucking safe as balls right now.
I was not expecting.
Fergie's got a 15 dex.
Yeah, I cleared mine pretty easily too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
12.
Mate's also.
I rolled pretty lucky there.
My HT is 12.
Okay, that's what we're asking about. All right, so you succeed on your health check. So
thank God.
everybody else. Oh, actually, that's not true. So Father Mihaly, Malmbjorn, and Boyo, what's your dexterity?
13.
And Boyo take 3 burn damage.
What?
Why?
Malmbjorn, Father Mihaly, and Boyo take 3 burn damage.
I
yeah,
succeeded
we're
in my
asking
dex.
why.
Yes, you take half damage.
Oh.
Because Fausto took 2d of burn damage and you only took 1d of burn damage.
Okay, so how much do I take again?
3 burn damage.
Alright.
Yep.
All right, I'll just write
all
that
around burning
somewhere.
damage. It doesn't hit you on any of your limbs or anything like that. You just got burned real good. And then Fergie and Mate, you're totally fine. You don't take any damage at all.
They were far away in the corners.
All right.
Well, Mate is just that. Mate is that fucking good, and Fergie is that also fucking good. You know.
Inspiration up there.
Yeah. So
Really?
everything is on fire. People are screaming. The abbess just took 5 fire damage, and she's not. Her health success. Okay. Everything is on
Can I
fire.
emote now?
Huh?
May I emote now?
You may.
Oh, be Jesus! Catastrophe!
Yeah. Great. Excellent. That is exactly what we wanted to hear from Fergie. Thank you.
I just didn't want to interrupt with my, and he drops to his knees, his hands up in the air.
I'm gonna call for my second in command, Yalarn. I order him to fetch the priests for for medical aid and to immediately quarantine all Besgorics within the facility under lockdown.
You misunderstand. You're in a giant chamber and the doors are locked from the outside.
Oh, I thought Yalarn was with us.
Okay.
Remember, you were all locked in this chamber until the clergy made a decision.
Now we're
Yes,
discovering
but with an
terrorism.
We're pretty sure nobody thought that an explosion of fire was going to happen during this conclave, so you can't be making that up.
I'm making what up?
Nobody inside here
Can't be
has a
bringing that
key to
one
get
up.
out, is what you're saying?
Huh?
Nobody in here has a key to get out?
No?
Okay, I see the issue.
I assumed somebody would have come in and, examined what the hell happened, but okay.
You're hearing bombs go off. Yeah.
I'm going to immediately begin triage on those most affected.
Am I still on fire?
Oh,
Or
Malmbjorn,
just severely burnt?
we can't stress enough. The room is on fire, and you are all locked inside the room that is now on
Burning
fire.
Yeah, so
Okay, I got it. Got it
now.
now.
You're trying to break the door down, my dude.
Yeah, there we go. No, yeah, okay. I made some assumptions. Okay, sorry.
It's cool.
on fire.
We
like,
really had
actively
to
burning.
spell it out for you there.
How are we on a ground
Is this
floor?
construction or is it a wooden?
Are we on the ground floor? Windows?
Okay,
what?
stop. Boyo, what do you need?
Actually, he has a good question,
Okay.
but I was going to say, unless it was said and I missed it, we still have our weapons.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Malmy boy, you have Anne's sword that we know can punch through some pretty nasty stuff.
Yes, I was getting to that.
Or off the hinges.
Well, yes, I was getting to that after my questions were answered.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, don't worry, guys. Now that I understand the situation, I'm well aware. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do that then. I'm gonna start hacking away at the door, with my vibro sword.
Okay. Roll a. We'll just say roll a generic strength
door,
here.
right?
I'm sorry, you were talking over him.
Roll a generic strength here.
Generic strength. Okay, so
Generic strength.
3d6.
Yep. And what's your actual strength on your character sheet?
17.
17? Awesome. This is, by the way, a Besgor door. So it's firm ass shit. So as you go and you slam it, the door creaks at it. You feel like you made a little, you hit it. You'll have to hit it more, but you feel like you hit it. Anybody else want to do anything specific as Abbess Verita gets up from the ground, still partially on fire, throws her still burning habit off, and immediately starts kicking at the door right next to you.
Damn. All right.
Yeah. And it also looks like it creaks a little bit when she kicks it. She looks like she kicks a lot harder than a woman her size would otherwise do. The nuns have been getting more violent since your arrival on Jenterzi, but you didn't think she'd bulk up quite that quickly.
A lady after your own heart.
Matei's a bit of a fighter. Maybe he could try.
Matei's an archer.
Oh, never mind.
Query, am I still on fire?
That won't stop you from trying.
No, you're not on fire.
Alright, can I draw my pistol and establish a bit of policing in the room?
Yes, you can actually try to do that. You can try to keep the people in line and keep them from screaming and running all over the place like idiots.
Essentially do what Malmbjorn was wanting to do with his troops until he discovered they weren't in there.
He has some of his best men in there, but a lot of them are outside. Which you also hear screaming and thumping and stuff like that from outside as well.
They can't get in any easier than we can get out right now, or something.
Or something, you don't know.
If you start just shooting the door, I'd watch out that there might be on the other side that are your allies.
Martial law, more or less. Essentially, making sure no one else draws any fireballs. Awesome. I'm rather pissed at being set on fire momentarily.
Was that 3d6 your crowd control?
Yes.
Okay, great, awesome. We'll just give it a. Let's see how the clergy here react. Action. They call out as you try to gain control by presumably shooting your laser up into the air or something like that. They call out, "This is all because of the aristocrats! If it weren't for you and the Zupon, we wouldn't be blocked up in here, about to burn in the fires of hell!"
Can I make a persuasion or something?
Oh no, you just failed.
More intimidation than persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just failed there. Sorry, buddy. The reaction was very low. And
I'm not responding to the clergy. I don't give a shit about the clergy. I'm here to make sure that the Besgorics don't continue blowing themselves up.
It wasn't.
The room's already on fire, but I don't want more.
It wasn't every Besgorics that blew themselves up.
Yeah, okay. Make sure there's not
only
more.
the zealots.
In fact, most of the Besgorics seem just as caught off guard as everybody else.
It's only the zealots. Speaking of which,
There may be more amongst us.
they probably would have joined with their brethren.
Yeah, already.
But speaking of the zealots and their fire, is there water in the room?
Yeah.
I mean, I got it too.
Probably not enough water to put out the flames that are all over the place and in the rafters and all that.
Probably like some for drinking or something, right?
Yeah, there's like pitchers and shit. Yeah.
Maybe some holy water, right?
Oh yeah, sure, tons.
Maybe extinguish
No source
some
of water,
bolts on fire.
No, this is like a big ballroom.
Wait a minute. Is our newly elected clergyman, is he on fire?
Oh my god, you remembered Blood Feast. Everybody roll a perception.
Oh yeah. How could we forget?
How could you forget your newly minted metropolitan?
I was a bit busy with the oh my god, we're all rolling like shit. We're all a bit panicked.
Father Mihaly, as you look around, as everybody's looking around trying to find the new Metropolitan, Christophoros, coughs out of a group of furniture. You see Mladost running around completely and totally wreathed in flames, screaming like an idiot, falling over and dying. And then you see Holden Bloodfeast limping out of a bunch of flames with one Besgor strangled in each hand.
Damn, alright.
He walks with the force of a man a quarter his age, as though he were a young man again of only 30 years old.
Praise
Man at the door. God damn.
Well, he's doing fine. I'm gonna run over to my cousin and get him to his feet.
Yep, you're able to go.
Damn it.
Well, Logic is dead.
Hate keeps this man alive.
Sadly,
Hate made some
doesn't
fire,
prepare
but he
the
survived
body.
because the fire within was burning brighter than the fire without.
What did you say,
Very
Bill?
nice, very nice.
I said, sadly, hate doesn't actually keep the body alive.
It certainly breaks the body down, but we swear the hatefulest people live the longest.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
one
was
goal.
on fire.
Not if they get set on fire, but Holden Bloodfeast didn't get set nearly as much on fire as Ladost. Actually, out of all of them, Holden Bloodfeast got set on fire the least. He was sitting in a chair. He was sitting in a chair when it happened that caught part of the blast for him.
We could change that.
Well, you might have an issue with me and my gun over here. I'm trying to reduce the terrorists going on right now.
Roll another strength check.
Alrighty. That wasn't me. This is me.
Just laser the door hinges off.
Very good strength.
All of the lasers that you have right now are visible light weapons, which won't work on Besgor construction material.
Yeah, okay.
My muscles will.
But Malmbjorn's muscles might. So the hinges shake in the wall as their tightens loosen. As you and the abbess you just kick at the fucking door and are trying to push it down as hard as you can. Anybody else want to do anything? Boyo, you were talking about how there's no water around anything. Are you trying to do anything? Gather people up?
I will try to put people's fire out. Let's put it that way. I have.
Oh, okay.
And I do mean that literally, not figuratively.
Literally, like throw blankets over people to stop them from being on fire. Yeah, absolutely. So would you like to go to Mladost first, or are you pretty sure he's gonna die?
Well, you said he already did.
Yeah.
He's
fucking choked already.
He's very much a Human Torch without the heat-proofness.
Well, you actually said that he died.
Oh, did we say he specifically died in front of you?
Yeah, you said he died.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too worried about that guy.
Oh, all right.
I'll
roll 3D.
Yeah.
People are more than happy to get covered by blankets and not be on fire anymore. Congratulations, Boyo. You're able to de-extinguish a couple of people as the flames rage on. It gets those people to stop running around into the flames.
No. You misunderstand. The only one I want to de-extinguish is Blood Feast. The rest of them.
Oh no, sorry, not de-extinguish. Extinguish. Yeah, right. Our bad.
Yeah,
you're absolutely correct. Matei, what are you doing in all of this?
Well, I've said it a couple of times, but I'm going to cut the door hinges off with a vibro blade. Would that work?
Oh, God, sorry. We are so sorry we didn't hear you. Yes, please roll 2 strength checks.
All right. Let me load this stupid thing up.
Besgor doors have hinges?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Oh, they're not sliding?
No. Not the doors on land.
15 and an 8.
All right. What exactly you've got like a 15 strength, right, Matei?
I got a 16 strength.
A 16. Oh wow, shit. You're rocking at the same. Okay, well great.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Strong and very nimble.
All right. So as we're so sorry, Matei, for not catching you there. As with Matei's help, you get enough successes on this door to finally basically loosen out the hinges of it, and one of the doors actually falls completely off as the hinges come unfastened from it. And outside you see there's a bunch of people on fire, running around screaming, killing Besgorics around them too. There's actually like quite a brawl going on. Now you're only, but if you can drive some leadership to the clerics, you might be able to get them the fuck out of the ballroom.
Succeed where I have failed, my friend.
Yeah, basically.
All right. I guess I could roll for leadership.
Mihaly, that would be a great idea.
Let's do it.
After all, you are one of the clergy.
Hey,
they respect one of their fellows more than some mercenary.
They respect one of their fellows a lot more. That's true, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll just and then one of these. Well, needless to say, Mihaly, the clergy trust one of their fellows a lot more than
some trumped up mercenary.
Well, than the aristocrats' dogs. So they'll follow you out very quickly, and a couple of them catch themselves on fire. One of them gets stabbed on the way out.
Can I shoot the person who stabbed him?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll.
Fuck.
Oh well, you're pretty good at shooting people, so.
Let's see. Which check would that be for?
Yeah. You stab a dude as after he stabs one of the priests, and he fucking and falls over to the side. So Malmbjorn, you are at the head of the column with the abbess and Matei, presumably, as the big strong guys leading the way.
Right.
You roll a perception.
I shall do that.
Yeah. Malmbjorn should roll a perception since he's point man here. You notice that there are no lasers going anywhere. The only Besgorics that are fighting without weapons. And they're not fighting with any kind of order or anything. Like, it seems like a revolt or a rabble, not some kind of rebellion.
All right.
Is this a pogrom going on? Are the people just murdering Besgor in the street?
Nika riot.
A bit closer to a Nika riot.
What's a Nico riot?
Not important right now.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, basically you have the decision of where you want to bring the people. You can either get the people into the catacombs, or you can get the people to the fortress.
How far is the fortress versus
We'll just
the
say we'll just say that the defensive barriers are about equidistant to the catacombs. You either want to hide the people away, or you want to get them behind a whole bunch of protecting swords.
Yes, get them to the fortress.
Go to the fortress? All right, roll a leadership.
All right.
All right, Mihaly, roll 3d6. You're assisting in this.
All right.
That's good. We were just going to take the best roll, whichever it was, which happened to be Malmbjorn's. Actually, Malmbjorn, that is a critical success, we believe. We'll have to check, though. Let's just get our boyo open. It was a 6. So, oh, damn it, you fucked up your sheet all over. Yes, all right, that is a critical success. So they come with you, and they get to the fortress in a fairly reasonable amount of time. Congratulations, your people are safe. The Besgorics on the outside, it's actually a fairly small region of combat. It's not a big thing. It's a very localized event you find after the fact. It appears as though the Besgorics that started fighting after the explosion weren't even involved completely with it. They just saw the opportunity that might benefit them and decided to fight back against their captors. That, of course, was a failure, even though there were several people that got caught on fire and several people died.
All right. I'm going to call now. If he's available, I'm going to call my second in command.
Nyalarn is alive and well. He's okay.
Sweet. I'm going to call him. I'm going to order him to gather enough men, but not enough that would leave the civilians unprotected, and to begin subjugating the Besgorics. I'm going to say, if you can, capture them alive, but it's not a priority.
All right.
Is there even a reliable way to subdue a Besgorics without killing them? They're so fragile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's tons. Yeah.
Are there? Because they're very fragile. From what I've seen.
Actually, one of the best way that people have been able to catch them is with nets.
Okay.
I'll throw some cloaks over them as a net.
Yeah, or like a blanket or whatever.
I'm going to grab a second guard, tell him to gather a second troop to protect civilians out in the field, and send any priests this way for medical aid.
Bad yes. All right. Well, you will find out in a few hours that there are no repeats or anything like that. This appears to have been a
one-off,
isolated conspiracy. It would appear as though basically none of the Besgorics that weren't involved in it had any idea of what was going on. As far as you can tell. Clearly, this was a theologically motivated terror attack, if you will.
Do you believe the Besgor?
Do you say clearly as in we know, or is what we suspect?
Seems obvious to anybody.
Have you tortured any to make sure?
Based on the sayings they were, speaking before they went up, I think it's fairly obvious.
It was what Moses.
It's obvious.
It was what Moses said to the Pharaoh. It was what Moses said to the Pharaoh in the Bible. That's what they said. That's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how does that make it obvious that none of the rest of them are in on it? That's what
I'm talking about. No, I was talking about it being theologically motivated.
I mean, because they screamed out a line from the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, sure, anyone can scream out a slogan. Doesn't mean they believed it.
Usually, it's kind of implied, but
except that it could always be a form of mocking satire or something.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Honestly, and what I'm the heart of what I was bringing that up for is why are we assuming that all who say they knew nothing about it, which is definitely what I would be saying if I knew something about it. So why are we believing them automatically?
I'm not. I'm rounding them all up.
Round them all up. We should concentrate them in a camp. All of the Besgor should be concentrated into one camp where it'll be easy to keep an eye on them.
A camp where you concentrate things?
Well, a camp where we could concentrate the population and, just keep a better administrative and military eye on that. We'll call them concentration camps. Something. Just, not very imaginative.
Concentration is too long. Which is called a focus camp? Or
well, that would be the camp where you send people who need to learn concentration. Easy mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're going to launch.
By the way.
Oops, sorry.
Fun fact, by the way, you know that D6 that said 3 that Boyle commented on earlier? That was to see who got it. If it had rolled 1, you would have had Mladost.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But it was 2, 3, and 4 were Blood Feast, and 5 and 6 were Christophoros. So you did have a very real chance of getting Mladost as your Archimandrite, or as your Metropolitan. There was just a much, much bigger chance to get Blood Feast because so many people threw their support behind him.
Any Metropolitan other than that one, right, guys?
Yeah, Mladost is dead. Blood Feast managed to survive out of sheer spite for the Besgor threat.
Wait,
the Besgor. He saw the Besgor.
It just occurred to me that if we do assume that all these other Besgor actually aren't in on it, then he strangled 2 innocent Besgor.
Yes, that is actually what that means. Yes.
Hard to tell. Yeah.
Because
there's a lot of stuff going on.
Themselves up and wouldn't have been strangleable.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Great.
Hey man, in that moment, all he saw was Besgor trying to kill him.
This is when we obviously go, clearly he's a reincarnation of Hercules also strangling snakes or something, I don't fucking know.
Oh shit, he did that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he totally did that. Yeah, that's true.
So clearly, if there's any pagans secretly amongst the group, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Saracens?
Hold in blood. Saracens are not pagans. They're filthy fucking, like, they're worse than Saracens. They worship the devil. They're straight Luciferians. Come on. Easy mistake to make.
So, yeah, with all... pardon. With all that being in mind, we've pretty much gotten this scenario taken care of, and we think we're good. If everybody else is good,
yeah.
I
guess we're going to investigate the situation about the Besgorics and their plots, and their riots.
Yeah, we'll tell you next week in the block text what becomes of that.
Oh, investigation episode.
Well, no, the investigation will be off camera because we personally know what happened, and there's actually only so much you can do on camera to investigate it. There, it's like literally 3 rolls or something like that.
Bit of interrogation.
Yeah, it's just like literally just a couple of rolls.
Bjorn.
Are you sure about that? We could make some pretty bad damn rolls.
Does the Zupan have an enhanced interrogation? Shut.
Yeah, me.
He has a 2-eyed Hubert, yes.
He has a 2-eyed Hubert?
A 2-eyed Hubert.
One eye better than 1-eyed Hubert?
Well, technically he's as many eyes down as 1-eyed Hubert.
He started with 3. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, okay. He started with 3 eyes.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's a thing that has actually happened in history, if you didn't know.
No, we don't.
No.
Yeah.
It can be born with 3 eyes. It's true.
People in history have indeed been born with craniofacial duplication. It happens.
Yeah.
So
he's got like a cleft upper face kind of thing, and it created a duplicate eye up there. or something.
Yeah. Well, and remember, like there was a particularly famous Spanish like sailor conquistador or whatever who had 4 tongues.
Oh my god, I love your disabled representation. Shy making the disabled guy the torturer. Love it.
Oh, thank you.
That's
All
what you meant. Okay. I thought you were talking like an actual torture.
Enhanced No, I'm an American, so when I say enhanced interrogation, I mean torture.
Yeah.
See, when you said like a one-eyed Hubert, I was like, what kind of torture device is that?
One-eyed Hubert is the torturer from the book.
Oh, okay. See, I don't remember him.
And meanwhile, this guy has a 2-eyed Hubert because but he's still down 1 eye, just like 1-eyed Hubert.
Yeah, legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't we I'm not like the sheriff around here or anything. What's that gonna get?
No, basically what we were saying is that using 2-eyed Hubert is only like 3 rolls that'll happen off camera. It's really not a big thing.
All right, then, cool.
So there will be some torturing, though.
Absolutely. This is
okay. I don't want to sound like a bleeding heart liberal or nothing, but it would be remiss of us not to torture people at this.
Well, he would have a bleeding heart, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, not for long.
That's after.
That's after, yeah. Anyway, so hope everybody had fun.
Torturers don't kill their subjects, remember? The more you know.
Possible.
Yeah.
So, thanks for coming, everybody. Everybody feel free to say goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.